Alright, so here are the tools to go in and replace the adjusters on the E39 with the Xenon headlights. And this is using the no bake, no cut method and just going in through the back. So to start off with, just a set of pliers, standard screwdriver, magnetic doohickey, some kind of pick, a 10mm socket, an 8mm socket, driver for the socket, your replacement adjusters, and then also a T15 Torx head wrench, and it's got a it needs to at least be a 3.5 inch shaft. And then also I found it helpful to have a headlight, because you're in there and it's hard to get a good shot in there. And then also some kind of good tape. So as you can see, I've taken off some of the stuff here. I've taken off the Xenon adapter, and then also power adapter, I guess. And then also the next thing I need to do is I've taken off the bolts. This is for the automatic adjuster. What I also need to do is I'm going to take off this. I'm going to take off the rubber around here, and then I will check back. Alright, so the next step here, and since I've gotten off the rubber all around here, so this frees this up, okay, next step is to take this piece off, which is your automatic adjuster. So what you need to do is, and I think you can see that white there, so this is the adjuster right there that needs to come out, and it just basically, well, there, I guess that went pretty easy. So it just slides out that way. Alright, so the next step is that I'm going to go ahead and take off that, the mounting bracket there. So it's basically that T15 Torx head right there. I got to take out, and then I'm going to pull the whole thing out, and hopefully it'll work well. You can also, put a piece of tape down there, and then when you pull it out, you just pull it out. Alright, so I got it out. The next step is that I need to go ahead and get this out of here. And right there, and I don't know if you can see it, is the catch. So you just need to push that back with a flathead screwdriver, and it takes a little bit of patience, but you'll be able to get it out of there. Alright, so I got it out. One of the easiest ways I've found to do it is that you basically, because this thing's so brittle anyhow, you just take the pliers and just clip it back to here, and then when you can rotate it in there and then just pretty much just pull it out. Alright, so the next step is that we're going to go ahead and take out, we're going to back off this thread so that broken adjuster will come off. You can do that with their sockets. Obviously this one is pretty easy with the hands. Let's see. You can also catch it, you can catch the adjuster. Another method is just to let it drop and then shake it out, which right now I've got enough stuff in here to shake out anyway. Alright, now this is the next step. So going into your your angel eyes socket here, if you can see on the left there, right behind the optic cables, that's what you need to take off to free this one. And this is definitely the hardest part. Alright, so I got it out, and now let's see. So now I just got to pull that Torx screw out, and I'm going to use my little magnet to go ahead and do that. Let's see if I can. Okay, come on. Alright, so now I'm going to make this, just back this off so that whatever remaining adjuster in here, it'll just fall off, and then I can start fresh. Alright, so now I've got this one backed off, this one backed off. I've got this, and the only thing now is I need to retrieve the plastic piece in here, which I have lost. So I'm gonna have to have a little bit of patience, shake it around, try to locate it, and then I'll be ready to start putting everything back. Now, since I took the screw out, this piece for the other adjuster is still stuck on the end, and I don't know if you can see it on the end there of the piece that's in here. Okay, and so now I can use my finger probably and pop it off there. All right, so I was able to get it, and now hopefully it should fall off. There we go, it's about ready. Maybe. You have to have a lot of patience. There it is. See that? And this looks like it's almost a whole piece in here. See, and then it can also just fall in here because they're not sealed internally. So you just need to have a lot of patience with this stuff. All right, victory. Got it out. And again, I'm gonna use the same technique to go ahead and get this one out. All right, now that I got both of these out, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my adjuster. And this is for this one right here, which I'm not sure how to reference it, but the way that it goes, it actually fits like this. So it's going to slide up underneath, and I don't think you can really see in there, but it's going to slide up under here. All right, so I fashioned my tape like this, and right there is where it's going to thread onto, and this I'm going to have to cut because this is the part that takes a little while. It goes in there, and you have to get it underneath. I don't know if it can see it, but underneath these ridges. So it's not completely free floating. When you put it in there, it'll be guided by two little tabs here. All right, so I just got it in there. It's not threaded in yet, but it is in the slide right there. And then I can create some tension when I'm tightening it and just pull it right in there. All right, so now I've got it in there, and I backed it off as much as possible so that'll give me more room when I'm in there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this piece in there like so, but I will not lock it in here because it allows it to be more free moving until I want to lock it in. So I'm just going to install this piece but not lock that in. All right, so to install this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this like this and then wrap it with tape. Not a whole bunch, just enough to make it stay on there. All right, so now it is in there, but it's not locked in, okay? And now it's time to do the harder one, which is this one right here. And so this one right here. So it's going to take basically going back here with your fingers and here with your fingers and getting it in there. And you definitely know when it's gone in there. It is quite obvious. So, but with this one, what you do is you go ahead and put this, you put it in there. Okay, okay? Lock it in there, because it would be really hard to put it on there afterwards. So lock it in there, and then you put it in here, and I forget how I got it in last time, but either go in this way, go in that way, and just kind of jimmy it with your fingers until what it'll do is it'll actually be aligned like this in there, okay? So that's the correct positioning right before you get it in. Alright, so I just got it in there. And I know you can't really see it. However, it's right in there. And the whole piece fits under that black plastic other than the piece with the knob. Okay. Now I'm going to tighten it. Alright, so now that I've gotten this piece all the way backed off, right, so it's all tight in here, which then leaves some play down here for me to put that metal bracket over along, the plastic end of that cap over along aluminum piece that's right back there that you can't see at all hardly, but you can feel it. And when you line it up, you can look right down there and see that it fits over the cap, and you can see the little hole. So that's about the best way to do it. Alright, so here you can see I lined it up. See, you can see the hole in there. I might need to do a little bit more adjustment, but there, right there. I believe that's it. Yep, right there. And so then I will use the same tape method and screw to put that one in. And I'm sure it'll take a little while. It took me a while to get everything else out. Alright, so I got this one in, and now I'm going to go ahead and just snap this piece that we had not snapped in. And I may need, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adjust it out so that it'll be easier to snap in. Alright, so I just snapped that in. Now you can see this only moves one way. Okay, and that play is only due to the fact that the automatic adjuster isn't in there. Automatic level or whatever you want to call it. So I just need to reinstall all the equipment back in the way that I took it out, and then go ahead and go put it back in the vehicle, and I'm done. And that's about it. Alright, well thanks, and hopefully this will be helpful to everybody else. I know I hadn't seen anything on the internet that just gave us step by step. Thank you, bye.